Hi friends, you can make your own worm puppet. You could use a Dixie cup or another type of cup and cut it to the size that would work with your finger and cut a hole in the bottom. Or with a Dixie cup, sometimes I cut a hole in the side so my finger can reach up. Then I need to check to make sure my worm reaches the top of my cup and can peek out. Then I need to draw a face on my worm. This worm's going to be happy. But I know I could use my other fingers to make worms with different feelings. Here's my worm. Now I'm going to show you a different way to make a worm theater. This way you take a paper plate and fold it in half. Use your scissors and make a cut in the plate while it's folded in half. I don't want to cut it the whole way through. I leave an inch on the end. That way when I unfold it, my paper plate doesn't fall in half. Now I can stick my worm through its opening and decorate it. Maybe my worm will have some friends. And here's my rhyme. You can name your worm whatever you want, and instead of saying Squirmy, you'll say your worm's name in the rhyme. Have fun, friends! And here's how to make a worm observation jar. First, you'll need a clear jar, a pretty big one, and then dig in the dirt and put some dirt, just a layer of dirt in the bottom. Not too much, about this much. Then I'm going to take some leaves and put it in the next layer. Some leaves that maybe have been around since last fall. Then I'm going to put a layer of dirt, another layer of leaves, another layer of dirt, kind of mix it in there. Like that. See all the different layers I have? Dirt, some leaves, dirt, some leaves, and dirt. Then you know what? Here comes the fun part. I get to find some worms. So I'm going to dig, dig, dig and look for some worms. I'm going to dig some clumps of dirt, then I'll use my hands to get in there and get dirty and find some worm friends. When I put my worm friends in my jar, I'm going to keep them just for a little while. I'll make sure that I let them go after I'm done observing them. Look, here's a worm friend I found. I'll add this worm to my jar. I'm going to find lots of worm friends to put in my jar. Once I have my jar all ready with my worms, I want to make sure they have enough moisture in the soil. I don't want to let them dry out, so I might need to add some water. Then I'm going to put a plastic bag or plastic wrap on top with a rubber band to keep it there. And then I'm going to poke some holes. That's for the oxygen, for the air to get in for my worm. Make sure I have a lot of holes. Next, I'm going to take a piece of paper and wrap it around my jar. Worms are used to being in the dark underground, so I want my worms to think they're underground. So let me tape that on there. Then I can take the paper off and on, slip it off and on when I want to look at my worms and observe the tunnels that they're making. And I want to make sure I keep checking the soil to make sure it's not too dry. And there you go, my friends. All right, it's almost time for a rock concert with Squirmy. She's got to go get ready and fix her hair. All right, rocking out with Squirmy. Okay. Okay, it's time to settle down, Squirmy. Time to go to sleep.